Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this time with a new different makeup look which I decided to call my signature glam. Now, as you can see on the chair, it's not me, it's my friend Melodie, and this is one makeup transformation, basically a makeup session that I've decided to do for her, and actually I'm very grateful that she helped me and she allowed me to do her makeup. So what I've done and how I've started, obviously I've cleansed very well the skin with a micellar water, and I've used the one from Uriage, and then I have spritzed a few pumps of the Embryolisse toner, which is a combination of 4 flowers water toner. After that, I have applied in quite a thick layer a hydrating cream. This is from Cetaphil, and it's their hyaluronic daily moisturizing cream. This has a very light texture, almost a gel-like consistency. It absorbs quickly and it doesn't leave a greasy film on top of your skin. Now, Melodie's got quite oily skin, but at the same time dehydrated in certain areas, so this cream worked perfectly. Also, you'll see that throughout the video and throughout the makeup that I'm doing for her, I will use a lot of charged water and fixing spray in between, because this will give a bounce of hydration to her skin from the outside, from the charged water. What I've done so far, I've applied a layer of liquid highlighter. I've used the one from Paese Cosmetics in shade Opal, because this will give that glow from within look to our makeup, because I don't want her complexion to look matte and flat. I'm not a big fan of that. Anyways, I've matched her skin tone. I'm using the foundation from Dior Backstage. This is one of my favorite foundations in my makeup kit. It looks absolutely beautiful on every skin type, whether you've got oily skin, dry skin, dehydrated, mature, any type of skin, this looks and sits absolutely beautiful on the skin. It's not too thick. It's got buildable coverage, and I have spoken a lot about the foundation. Anyways, I'm applying this with a duo fiber brush, and after this I'm moving on to contour, and I've used the stick from the contour stick from Flormar Cosmetics in shade number 4. I scraped a little bit on my palette, and now I am just dotting that on her face, and after that I will slowly start to blend the contour into the foundation we've already applied, and then we can move on to the next step, which will be concealer. For concealer, I am using the one from Paese Cosmetics. This is in shade number 02. It's part of their Nano Revit collection, and it's a brightening concealer, meaning that it has some pearlescent particles in it which help blur any imperfections that you might have under the eyes. So as you can see, I'm blending everything together now with circular motions and more tapping motions, I would say, because I do not want to lift anything from the skin, and I do not want to lift the existing foundation. After I have blended everything with the brush, I will still use a sponge, and that will be from Kryolan. I really like their makeup sponges. They are latex free, and they do double size in contact with water, and they help with blending of your foundation and of your contour. I'm not a very big fan of using beauty blenders, especially between clients. Unless I'm gonna use them, I will be giving the beauty blender to the client, hence why I do go for these disposable ones. throughout the video it was quite funny as Melodie was taking a few stories when I was doing her makeup, as you can see just now, and a few pictures which you can see on my Instagram stories and in my Instagram highlights. If you don't know my Instagram, you find me on under the name of Paula g.mua. There you will see a very short version of this tutorial and you will see a couple of stories, but I'm sure you will enjoy the look throughout, so just keep on watching. Now, after everything is very well blended together, and as you can see I'm looking quite obsessive, I would say, to the skin, I will again use some charged water for her face and for her skin, because this will help lock in some moisture from the outside as well. And then again I will tap everything with the beauty blender or the beauty sponge, like I've said, that I'm using from Kryolan. They do have very good sponges, so I highly recommend you go and check them out. After this step we can move on to eyeshadow. And for that, actually, I am giving you a very great tip. So Melodie has very oily eyelids like me, and I'm using as a base a tint from Alena Tofil. These are made in Ukraine. They're absolutely stunning. They do not move, they do not budge, they do not crack. They just last throughout the whole day, absolutely impeccable. Now I'm applying this with a flat brush. I've used a combination of two shades, which is Nude and Olivine, a very, I would say, a grayish sort of green color. I've applied this all over her mobile eyelid with a flat brush, and then I'm blending in downwards motion because I do want to have the edges very well blurred and to have them very well diffused before I move on to the powder eyeshadows. Now I'm doing the exact step on her other eye, as you can see, so I will let you enjoy the process until I'm moving to the powder eyeshadows. Moving to the eyeshadows, I'm using a few colors from ProVG, which are the color Ecxtasy, part of their color Ecxtasy collection. This is a beautiful olive green with some tint of gold, which is also the color that I will use for her inner corner. Now, just in a few seconds, you will see that I am going to bring you in closer, because for some reason I forgot to do that when I started her eye makeup, but I remembered just in time. So in her inner corner, or in the inner third of her eye, basically in the first third of the eye, I am applying a gold-like pigment, basically the same gold that you will find in this type of green. I will put all the numbers down below, but like I said, these are from ProVG Cosmetics and they're part of their color Ecxtasy collections. They're quite, I would say, like an oily pigment, a duochrome, triochrome, I don't know, they change colors, but I really like them. Now I am going to diffuse the edges with very small brushes, because what I don't want is the pigment and the shimmer to go into the matte eyeshadows. So for that I'm going to use a few colors again from ProVG Cosmetics. It's an olive green, a camel sort of beige to diffuse basically the edges of the eyeshadows. And after that I will be moving again to the next step, but I will let you enjoy the whole eye makeup tutorial so you can see exactly what I am doing. So after I finished with the precise application of the colors with all those tiny brushes and the pointy brushes, I am taking a bigger, more fluffy blending brush to marry all the colors together and make sure everything is very well blended and diffused, because I do not like to see harsh edges when it comes to eye makeup, neither to see harsh edges when it comes to contour or blush or anything. I just like very well blended and diffused colors one into another that basically look like they've been born there. So yes, basically that is the point I'm trying to make. Again, as you can see, I'm blending very, very carefully only in the outer edge of the eye and in the outer corner to make sure that there's no shimmer, or basically there's not gonna be any shimmer transferring onto the matte part of the eyeshadow. For her upper eyelashes, I am using a dark brown pencil. This one is from Wycon, just to define a little bit more her lash line, her upper lash line, because for her lower eyelashes and for her waterline, I'm using a beige pencil, because this will open up the eye and it will create, as you can see, the illusion of a bigger eye. Moving on to the eyebrows, I have applied a little touch of soap gel, the one that's been made by me, which you can also find on my Instagram in the section DIY soap brows, how you can do a soap brow for yourself with less than $1. Again, after I've applied it, I've let it dry a little bit so it doesn't move and the brows are nice and crispy. After they are completely dry, I've brushed them through and I have applied some powder eyebrow shadows from Makeup Atelier Paris. You know the palette, I've raved about it a lot. If you don't have it, it's a very good one to have, because you can use it both dry and wet, and it's got a very ashy undertone, which is something that I like. Now I moved on to mascara, and I'm applying just a tiny touch of mascara because I will be applying false eyelashes on her. After I've applied the eyelashes, and I have used on her the eyelashes from Cherry, I am also just adding a tiny touch of mascara to make sure that the lashes are looking like they're natural, and she was born with those really nice long black eyelashes. And as you can see, the eye makeup already looks stunning. I was super happy with the look and I really like it until the end, but we've got a few more steps. So now I'm moving to the powder contour, and for that I'm using my trusted palette from MAC Cosmetics. This is in shade light medium, and I'm combining two of the shades, or basically three of them, and I'm just going over the contour we've previously applied, well, the cream contour, to sculpt a little bit more the face, and basically just to enhance the contour we've previously applied. After contour, it's time for blush, and I'm going to use this one from Yves Saint Laurent. It's a beautiful peach shade, which gives that, I don't know, it's just such a gorgeous color that looks so pretty on the skin, and it's one of my favorites. Again, if you don't know, it's one of my favorites. There is a makeup tutorial on YouTube about my favorite makeup products at the moment, which I have posted a while ago. As a highlighter, I'm using this one from Paese Cosmetics. This is in shade Ray of Light, and it's a beautiful, it's a very soft focus illuminating powder, basically a highlighter with a peach undertone to it, which as you can see blends beautifully into her skin and you can barely see it there. For her lips, I am lining her lips with the lip liner from ProVG Cosmetics. This is in shade Oak, and I have decided actually to apply it all over her lips. And then as a lipstick, I will be using the palette from ProVG Cosmetics called 6 Necessary Nudes, and I have combined 2 shades of lipstick from the palette. As you can see, I'm scraping just a little bit out, and I will be applying that with a brush. As a final touch, I am applying the powder because this step is the one I like to do right at the end when everything is almost done. For this, I'm using the illuminating foundation powder from Laura Geller because this has some pearlescent particles to it and will give a very nice soft focus effect to the skin without making it look heavy and also without making it look flat. So as you can see, she's almost done, but not quite. Obviously, she was, we're done. No, you're not getting off my chair. I am finishing everything with quite, I would say, a lot of finishing spray and charged water, and I'm using the one from Moira Cosmetics. And voila! My gorgeous friend is done and she's ready and she looks absolutely stunning. Now, I really hope you enjoyed the video and I will see you next week in my next video. Until then, thank you all for watching and see you soon.